Hey guys, it's Jeremy here on Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. What we have for today, guys, is another album review. This time we're checking out the band Castle Rat. This is a new band for me. They were formed in 2019 through Brooklyn, New York in the US. They're a mix of like kind of old school heavy metal and doom metal, fantasy themed. And like I said, new band for me. They had a debut album last year called Into the Realm, and their new album is set to drop September the 19th, 2025, called Bestiary. It's got 13 tracks in total, 48 and a half minutes long, and roughly, and set to release through King Volume Records. And you can see by the album cover beside me here, very fantasy laden kind of material. The lead singer, it looks like she's straight out of Red Sonja, like Conan the Barbarian, riding a unicorn, sword in the air. Really cool logo, little wizard guy in the back. Love the colors on this album, the blue and stuff and white really pop. And I was just really intrigued to check this out. I know their debut album got quite a bit of hype, and they're gaining a lot of popularity pretty quickly. So I was really intrigued to check this out, and I got to send a advanced copy through the PR team probably about a month ago, and I wanted to check it out. So let's jump right in, guys. Starting off with the first track, Phoenix 1, Ardent it's called. Just over 2 minutes, like instrumental intro. You know how I feel with these guys. I can take them or leave them. It's just kind of there, but pretty cool little vibe. And then the first full real song is called Wolf 1, Tooth and Blade. Really cool song, really heavy guitars on this one. Her voice is very ethereal and very soft and very dreamscape-like, or I'm not sure what the word is, but very like smooth and crystal clear. Really nice voice on the lead singer on this one for sure. She's definitely in the forefront. And then the Wizard, Crystal Heart, number 3. Another good song, just under 5 minutes. Another more heavy riffs. Very doobie sounding, kind of a blend of like new wave of British heavy metal vibes, mixed with some doomy elements on the guitars. Most of the songs are slow to mid-paced. Definitely no high tempo stuff on this at all. And I found for the mix, for the most part, the vocals were the forefront with the focus on the music. She really stood out over top of the instrumentation. And then when we got deeper into the album, there's another kind of interlude, Path of Moss, number 6, minute and a half. And then the end of this album, there's Phoenix Part 2, which is just over a minute long. So there's 3 songs that are just instrumentals. I could really take those out, to be honest, out of the 12. They're just kind of there for me, like nothing, they don't sound bad by any means, but they don't really add anything to the album, in my opinion. I did find near the end of the album, the drums and the guitars kind of got a little bit more mellowed and subdued. So I did find the first couple of tracks to be kind of the more standout album tracks. Other than number 8, The Serpent was a really cool song. I like that one quite a bit. But otherwise, standout tracks for me were Wolf 1, Wizard, Siren, and then Serpent. But their Summoning Spell was a pure, kind of really stripped down, just focusing on her vocals. Almost sounded like she was casting a spell. Very fantasy sounding, very enchanting. That's the word I'm looking for. Like enchantment, like that kind of dreamy fantasy kind of feel to the music. They really capture that vibe really well through the music and her vocals. In terms of the production and the mix, I found her vocals to be the main focus on the music. She's just definitely in the forefront, much ahead of the instrumentation. And she has a really good vocals, and not that she shouldn't be, but I found at times I wish the drums and the guitars would be a little bit more punchy in some songs and a little bit more heavy. A lot of the songs were more stripped down and very ethereal and kind of chill, kind of enchanting kind of feeling. But overall, pretty cool listen, really unique band. They definitely don't sound like anyone else. I think that's part of the reason they're quickly gaining like a cult following. In terms of a rating on this, I really dig it. Like it's one of those bands it's not an everyday listen, I would say. If you're in the mood for it though, there would probably no other band that would hit like this. If you're in the mood, like you have to be in the mood for it, I think, to listen to this style. But overall, I'm going to give it a solid, it's pretty good. Maybe a 7.75 out of 10. I just wish some songs were a little bit more punchy and had some more heaviness and punch to them. But overall, really cool vibes, very fantasy feeling. They really captured that kind of vibe really well. They are going to be in my hometown on the 20th of September. So I'm kind of intrigued to maybe check them out live. I heard they put on a killer live show. And I could see that with her vocals really kind of soaring over the top and that whole enchanted kind of putting a spell on you kind of vibe. Like, to see that live, I think would be really cool. But really interesting album. Definitely glad I checked it out. I definitely want to check out the debut as well to see if it sounds if it sounds any different. But like I said, overall, really good tunes. A couple too many little short interludes, instrumentals for my liking. I wish some of the songs had a little bit more punch to them. And her vocals weren't quite as much of the focus as they are. But overall, good vocals. When the guitars are there, they're nice and heavy and punchy, but other songs, they feel a little bit subdued, which I didn't really like. But overall, a good listen, unique band. If I saw it online for a decent price, I'd probably pick up a copy. It's definitely something I would listen to again. So let me know down below what you thought of the album, guys. I dig it quite a bit. My score is 7.75 out of 10. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep it metal.